Drama is a popular art form. Today, drama has been applied more often in some aspects of daily life, especially in education. Quentin Delorme, an actor and French stage director, is a pioneer in applying this unique method in foreign language teaching. He has built a space for drama training for Vietnamese and foreign students in Vietnam. Over the past 4 years, the ATH Drama Club has been a popular destination for many young people.
So every week we go to ATH and we learn about some theater, and the teacher help us really nice. They just help us improve, and so since it's been 3 years, and I think I've improved a lot. It's been 3 years. Before I was really shy, and I thought this would be fun. It's really fun, and now I'm not really shy anymore. I'm way more confident. But most of my friends in the ATH is my friends in my school too. Well, I'm more confident and I can speak louder, so I'm not really scared to speak out in public. Now I can just answer to any question because I'm not really scared to talk.
Thì đầu tiên là đối với cả cá nhân của mỗi bạn thì nó giúp cho các bạn ấy phát triển được rất là nhiều kỹ năng. Kỹ năng phản xạ, kỹ năng về cơ thể hay là việc làm việc với cả đầu óc của các bạn ấy thì đầu tiên là giúp ích cho mỗi cá nhân, xong sau đó thì là giúp ích cho cả nhóm, và nó sẽ giúp cho cả nhóm có thể có được một tinh thần nhóm, và tinh thần đấy thì lại rất là quan trọng bởi vì tinh thần đấy có thể giúp cho cả nhóm tiến bộ.
In the Today program, let's take a closer look at Quentin Delorme's effort to apply drama in life and especially in education. Welcome everyone to Sharing Vietnam from VTC10 Net Viet. Applying dramas into daily life, especially education and teaching and learning foreign language, is a new approach of this artistic form. Today, please welcome our guest, Mr. Quentin Delorme, who has been spending 7 years working with dramas in Vietnam and finding ways to make it more applicable and familiar to Vietnamese young generation. Thank you, Mr. Delorme, for joining our program today. Can you name some activities you and the ATH have been operating during the past 7 years you are here?
Alors, ça fait 7 ans que je travaille.
For 7 years in Vietnam, I and my colleagues have put together a number of plays. The first to mention is Ulysse, Where Are You Going? The play is sponsored by the French Embassy in Vietnam and some French communities. The plays that I and my co-workers have built are mainly for the young people. One of the more prominent plays was The Old Days, which was performed at the several festivals in France. And I also did a remake of the play The Delightful Illusion by the French playwright Corneille.
What makes Vietnam appropriate for you to stay and contribute to this kind of art in your career for such a long time?
My first opportunity to come to Vietnam was to teach drama at Amsterdam High School. When teaching drama to the students at this school, I realized that in Vietnam there is a great drama potential because young people are interested in drama when they are studying. I find Vietnam a nice place where I can develop this art form. Another motivating feature for me is that nowadays in Vietnam, the art of drama has not developed much in comparison with France. So I can bring my knowledge to make it more developed. Moreover, the Vietnamese culture is very rich and the time of developing drama is quite long. My attraction is to work on the basis of cultural differences so that I can bring the knowledge from Europe and mix the cultural traits in Vietnam's drama to create dramatic activities.
During the early age you were here in Vietnam and work in this field, I know that it's quite new to Vietnamese people and you definitely faced a lot of difficulties. Could you share with us some difficulties that you face and how to get over?
Déjà, ça a été de...
I have encountered many obstacles. The first hurdle to be addressed was the staging of content on the stage. My first question was, how do I set up a drama with content that captures the audience? French and Vietnamese audiences are completely different, and the success of the play depends a great deal on the way the subject is presented. On the content, to me, a play is the way to convey a message to the audience. Therefore, when making drama for Vietnamese audiences, I have to try to understand Vietnamese culture. The second obstacle is the aesthetic in staging. That is also the time when I have to make choices to select suitable things to the Vietnamese audiences, because there are things the French audiences like, but it is not completely sure to make an impression or excitement for Vietnamese audiences. Another big problem to me is in teaching drama. Apart from the fact that teaching drama depends on the student's age and the way the teacher handles the lesson, it is difficult for me to make my students understand how the drama works. The problem is that we not only have to explain to the students, but also have to explain to the parents of students, because teaching by drama lesson is distinct from teaching a normal foreign language lesson. Actually, drama has many effects on both the body and the mind of the students. The next is how to help students achieve a certain level of relaxation to get less shyness and more confident in their expressions.
In recent years, several high schools and universities have been organizing drama clubs to support students in learning some subjects, specifically the practice of languages. This is considered as a new teaching method that reduces learning pressure for students and increases the efficiency of knowledge transferring. Apart from running and teaching at the ATH, Quentin is cooperating with teachers at some schools in Hanoi to help build drama teaching lessons. The goal of these special lectures is not only to impart knowledge, but also to develop human skills and help students overcome their limitations. This kind of learning has received positive feedback from parents, learners, and faculty members. This is an excerpt from the Horrible Opera by students of the University of Foreign Studies, VNU, performing at the Vietnamese Theatrical Theater. They are all freshmen in French language and cultural department. After 2 semesters learning French and 3 months practicing at the drama club, they can now pronounce French in a natural way and express themselves deeply and confidently when standing on the stage in front of crowds.
Bởi vì thường xuyên được tiếp xúc với thầy giáo nước ngoài và được sử dụng tiếng Pháp trong cái việc học kịch, trong các buổi học kịch bình thường ấy, thì bọn em trở nên hoạt ngôn hơn và nhạy bén hơn với cái việc phản ứng trong khi nói tiếng Pháp.
Việc ứng dụng kịch vào môn học thực hành tiếng nó là một cách tiếp cận khác, thay vì là sử dụng những cái giáo trình truyền thống mà còn học được cách thể hiện cảm xúc của bản thân mình. Và đối với tôi thì tôi cảm thấy cái cách học này rất là hiệu quả và nó mang lại cho các bạn sinh viên sự tự tin, sự năng động trong giao tiếp.
With many pupils, students, and teachers, drama education is a way to stimulate thinking, creativity, and build a friendly learning environment, and reducing the pressure of learning. As we have known, you and your colleagues here are running some classes to train the teachers to help them find and build the appropriate teaching method in teaching some subjects at school. Can you explain more about how it works?
Alors, donc quand on enseigne
The first thing to do is to train teachers how to stand in front of students and transfer knowledge by drama in class. This means that we train them to reflect quickly, to teach them how to do many things at the same time, and to always keep an eye on the students. The second is to teach teachers how to explain a class assignment. Generally speaking, the initial period in a teacher training course is to guide the teachers the use of drama in the classroom. The next part of the course will depend on the subject that the teacher teaches and the way to give exercises so that they can apply to the subject. For example, if a student needs to learn a foreign language, there are drama exercises that will help students improve their pronunciation and vocabulary. There are also drama assignments for subjects such as math, physics, or any other subjects.
On passe à peu près la moitié du temps sur cette partie-là.
What are your assessments of the effectiveness of applying dramas in different aspects of life?
Donc par rapport
After many years of operating in Vietnam, our achievements are focusing on students in the classroom. When schools in Vietnam invite us to teach, their goal is to allow students to practice foreign languages. What we are most satisfied with is the fact that after working with teachers, they understand the benefits of drama in education, not only helping the students learn a foreign language, but also creating a comfortable atmosphere, team spirit, and thus improve learning outcomes. That's what we like best. The second important point is that we can develop individuality through drama. We receive a lot of feedback from parents such as that children learn better, they become more comfortable, confident and passionate in life. In addition to parents, we also heard from the students themselves who directly experience this method of drama. We feel very happy that it touches on the big goal in the practice of drama, personal development. We think we have some success.
Font plus attention les uns aux autres, travaillent mieux.
Apart from learning and teaching, what are the subjects and aspects could drama be applied in our life?
Oui, le théâtre peut être en dehors de...
Apart from education, drama can be applied to social life. Drama practice can be applied to the problem of health treatment. For example, with a group of alcoholics or abandoned children, practicing drama can make them feel more peaceful and better. In addition, for some areas of poverty and difficulty, street theater performances can help people talk about their own problems or the problems of the communities where they live.
Qui vont l'appliquer de cette façon-là. Ça va servir aussi, par exemple, si vous allez
Drama can be a good tool for them to say their own desires or obstacles. For today's life, which is filled with technology like phones, television, iPads today, dramas can create moments where people can be present and meet up with each other.
Là, vous pouvez en fait faire certaines formes de théâtre, d'improvisation.
In addition, drama can help build team culture within enterprises and companies. Depending on specific cases, I'm often invited to a corporation to set up an outdoor drama that helps create a sense of togetherness among colleagues.
Après aussi, on peut se servir du théâtre, ça se fait aussi en Europe.
They can relax, talk to each other closely, thus the results of work can be increased.
Souvent, ça sera du théâtre de rue, qui vont aller faire des spectacles dans ces endroits-là.
Thank you for all of your sharing today, and we hope that you have a much more contribution to dramas in Vietnam. That is the end of our program today. If you have any comment, please mail it through sharingvietnam@netvietTV.net. Thank you and see you next time.